Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone's doing okay. Here on this nice Saturday morning here in South Mississippi. It's actually not raining for once, surprisingly. So it's made for some beautiful weather. What I've got here in front of you is the Cultist 3 sprue from North Star Military Figures for their for the game Frostgrave. This is the first set to have a 3, where it's a mixture of male and female, really androgynous looking bodies and heads. On the sprue for the set, it's slam packed full of options, accessories, stuff like that. It's a really nice sprue. Comes with 5 bodies here at the top, with some belt options, and I think this is, no, it's belt options up at the top. Then a mixture of two-handed and one-handed weapons, with a loincloth, then more one-handed weapons and crossbows and bows, then the heads, and then more belt options, shields, and empty arms. Like I was saying, sprue's slam packed full of options, which North Star's recent releases for the Frostgrave range has been that way. So it's kind of expected at this point, and greatly appreciated. Looks like here on the sprue, got your left arms over here in this section, and then this section is right arms. Like I said, two-handed weapons. You got the chainsaw, which is hilarious to me, which also just goes to show that this set can be used for more than just Frostgrave, because chainsaw doesn't make sense in Frostgrave. That kind of technology doesn't exist, though you could easily come up with a way for it to exist and be used. Magic's in the city. You're dealing with wizards. Of course they can come up with something. But yeah, there's just a ton of detail, and I think it looks really good. A ton of head options. Looks like you got 11 on this side, 10 on this side, so 21 heads to 5 bodies. It's a little over a 4-to-1 ratio. You don't have the traditional hoods like the other Frostgrave sets. I forget what they're called. I think it starts with a C. It's like I think it's an Italian word or Spanish word. I'm not exactly sure for what those hoods are called, but these are more traditional, like flowing back hoods. You've got a couple of them here. You've got some wrapped mummy-like faces to go with the mummy and skeleton-like arms that you've got down here. Zombies even. You've got this antlered head and this horned head, and then some with some like leather or flesh mask on their faces and more wrappings, but not necessarily mummy or zombie style heads. So yeah, really great set. It looks great on the sprue. I'm gonna go away and put some of these together and come back and see what we've got. So I'll be right back. All right, everybody, I'm back with some built models. Normally I only build, 2 or 3 models per sprue review, but I had so much fun with this one, and I've had so much fun with the other 2 in the past, that I went ahead and built all 5. So I'm gonna have 5 to show you. Up first is this one with this stabbing down halberd. Gave them a backpack. Probably going to use these guys for my Necromancer warband. But I believe this is the first one with a foot that's not attached to the puddle base out of the 3 sets. But yeah, this halberd looks wicked, and it's stabbing down, or they're stabbing down. That hit something on the ground, whether that be a person or a monster or whatever the case may be. It's really cool looking. I'm excited to paint these up. There's the first one. This one I gave just a sword and shield with the horned helmet. The weapons, you can see it on the halberd as well, but the metal weapons are all pitted and nicked and everything, and it's just really cool looking. Shows some wear and tear and all, and even the shields are pitted. This one and this one on its back. I don't know why I gave this one a pack or belt accoutrements with another shield, but I did. So I guess if they lose this one, they've got it. And if they lose their sword, they can fight with a big old freezer hook and a smaller buckler type shield. There's that one. I needed another archer, as I only had one cultist archer. So did up another one in a shooting pose. This one's got like a trench coat cloak kind of thing on. So it doesn't make sense for the quiver of arrows to be on the outside of that cloak, but I had already made up or glued on the arms when I realized that was the case. So I just said, forget it, and glued it on there anyways. So it's fantasy. It doesn't really matter. You can do what you want. They're my models. I'll do what I want. Then with this antlered skull helmet thing, on this one, I gave a spear and an open hand. Spear is really nasty looking. It's like a boar hunting spear, is what it, I think, is they're typically used for. But, or that style of spear is typically used for. And then an open hand, maybe they're telling some people to halt or be quiet, or, you know, point in a direction of, hey, that's where the enemy's at. And then this one I gave two weapons. This shillelagh type Native American looking club, I forget, or I don't know exactly right off what they're called, but really cool looking. And then this meat cleaver, I just thought they went well together. A little bedroll and a bone and some kind of a potion maybe. But yeah, wasn't a lot of flashing or mold lines. I've been putting together a lot of GW kits over the past few months, older GW kits at that, like 20 plus years older, and they've had a ton of mold lines, flashing, the molds being shifted on some spots, and then just not always going together great, maybe needing some sprue goo or something like that. So that's what I've been working with. These mold lines were minimal. Didn't really even have to get rid of them. You can scrape them with your fingernail if you have to. You don't have to use an X-Acto knife. But flashing, a couple of little spots here and there, but nothing too serious, and it came off fine. So that was great to work with, and to see. I mean, that's what really you can expect from a North Star kit. Is really high quality plastic, and they're printed. The molds are printed by Renadra, and Renadra does a really good job on their prints. They do a lot of prints for a lot of different people, so yeah, so they're very high quality. But I'm gonna try to get these painted up over the next few weeks. As I've said in a previous hobby update, I think my Bretonians are going to be the next big thing I start working on. But I ordered these from Sprue Dude last Friday, and they were in, I want to say by Monday, maybe Tuesday. I think Tuesday. And I just wanted to get a sprue review up for you guys. I had work and everything, so I couldn't do it during the week. But I wanted to get a sprue review up for you guys on this set. I know the set's been out for a few months now, But it's fantastic. I would gladly buy a box set of these and put them together, because you've got so many options, so many different heads, that you can, no two models are going to look the same. And especially if you've got the other two Cultist kits, you can mix and match the heads even more and the weapon options even more, and you're going to get great results. They'd be great for Frostgrave, or not Frostgrave. Of course, they'd be great for Frostgrave, but as Cultist for D&D, any role-playing game, or just any game where you need Cultists, you ain't got to put like backpacks and extra stuff like that on them to make them look like explorers in a frozen city. But you can just have them as just bare bones Cultists, and they'll do the trick, and they look great. From what I've seen of other sprue reviews, they would go great with Stargrave, mixing and matching, putting, firearms and stuff like that on them. All the North Star kits like that fit together. They're compatible with each other, so they go together, and you can mix and match and get unique crew and stuff like that out of those kits. So definitely a good one. I would definitely recommend picking it up. But that's going to be it for me, guys. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions or concerns, be sure to leave them down in the comment box. I'll get back to you. But that's it for me, and I'll see you on the next one.